I'm going to have a look at another new kit release here. I ordered this kit from Copper's Hobbies in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. I think actually almost all my RFM models have come from them. They either had them or they special ordered them for me, and they've had no trouble getting them. So I recommend them for RFM kits especially. They seem to get them without any problem. And the kit I have here today is the 1/35th scale Leopard 2 A6, the Moscow exhibition like captured version. It's kit number 5114 from Ryfield model. I'm not really sure the real story behind this tank, if anyone actually even really knows, or if maybe it'll explain to us in here, which I highly doubt, because the last couple of releases of these special edition Ukrainian tanks I haven't been too impressed with, like especially their Leopard release. And I believe what happened was why the reason behind the T-80 wheels is because these things were, when they initially used them, they were given to the Ukrainians, and they were like heavily massacred, like going over the minefields. They were just destroyed and damaged beyond anything. And I believe the Ukrainians probably recovered this vehicle and replaced the wheels after being damaged over the minefields and stuff, because people don't know for some reason, but the Ukrainians pretty much make and use everything the Russians have. Like the T-80, the Ukrainians use T-80s, and they have a bunch of them. Their version is a diesel version as opposed to the Russian turbine version. That's the only difference. And so getting a T-80 wheels is not like a exclusive thing that the Russians would have. I'm sure the Ukrainians had a pile of wheels laying around. And so I believe that's what's happened here, is the Ukrainians actually put these wheels on, and then the Russians, when they captured it eventually, it went on display the way it was. Because if you look at the other exhibits that they had in the Moscow exhibit, they seem to leave all of the damage on them. Like the Abrams they had was just like completely blown to like a million pieces. They even had to like lay out a little mat or whatever to put it on, because it was just flattened. And there was other vehicles like the I think it's the Husky, the British Husky, and they showed the whole side covered with shrapnel. So I don't see them throwing a whole set of wheels on the vehicle to like make it look complete or anything. I think they wanted them in sort of as-is condition. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Maybe they put these on just to move the vehicle around, but I believe my best guess would be that the Ukrainians put these on, and this is in as captured condition. So now we'll go on to have a look at the kit. We'll have a look at the box, which is a huge box, really thick box. And so it just shows us here our wheels, and then different from the other release, the original release of this kit, and then the Ukrainian special edition, which I have on my channel like a while back. I did it. It never included the screening here, the armor over the turret, and this is very much like Ukrainian, like the bar armor they use. They use a really distinct style like that. So we're getting those in the kit. I don't know how much is going to be different in this, but we'll have a look. And on the side, they show us, we get basically two options. We can either have it as the Moscow exhibit version, or you can do it in its basic form, how it would have originally looked when it was basically delivered, or like pre-combat basically would have looked like this vehicle. So it's really a two-in-one. And on the side is our usual, nothing special there. On this side, shows us the vehicle again, a little better close-up, the bar armor on there, and our various sprues here, and then we have our little QR codes at the bottom. Now I'll open it up and have a look at it. I have not opened this or anything. So we're just sealed here. But it's a really large, thick box on this one. They were nicely packed in here. I'm wondering if this is the upper hull again in there. I would like to go into, get down to the bottom here and get the instructions out first in the various little bits here. So move that up, and it looks like, once again, which was a criticism I had of the other one, you're getting the original instructions from the original kit. Like, they haven't done a new set of instructions. I went through them last time. Like, they're very perfectly usable, like really nice instructions, but they are not new to this kit. They're the original, like, for the German vehicle here. And, like, it's giving us the decal options for a German vehicle. So I guess in a sense you could call it a 3-in-1 kit if you wanted to do the German version out of it. And looks like all we're getting is a additional paper here, which shows us how to do the photo etched bar armor, and then our wheels here. That's all it's really showing us. Nothing too special. It's just an add-on to the original release instructions. I might as well, since I have them right here, look at the photo etch, which is very nice photo etch. Like, it's like high quality stuff. And then here's our bar armor, which is not fun to build. You can see here. It's kind of a pain to build this, but I mean, there's, well, it'll look nice when it's finished. It's just like there's no way around it. I believe only Trumpeter does them where they're actually plastic. And then they have the very basic decals. You can see the Ukrainian decals here. I opened them in the other review. You can check the other review for a more detailed like description and stuff, because like I explained everything in that one. I don't want to go over it all again. And so we got those basic markings, which are not that great, and then you've got the original German markings also. And then the tow ropes, which are really nice, or tow cables. This is the really nice way of doing it. I like that. That's a good feature. And I'm not sure what the little brass rod there is for. And then we'll have a look and see. I'm guessing this is our, yeah, this is our upper hull, same weight of, they must do this in all of their Leopards. I don't have the very first release, but this is how the other one was done. The other special edition Ukrainian one was done, with the really awesome, like, anti-slip texture on there. Super highly detailed, and like this whole pack here, you could get an engine for it if you really wanted to. Very nicely done. And put it back in its holder here to protect it. And then we'll have a look at the turret, which is pretty well protected in here. We'll pull it out. Which, again, I've said in the other one, this is just amazing, the anti-slip texture. Like, super, super detailed. Highly detailed. Which I think makes these kits worth it. Like, they're definitely worth the money. And they're not super, super expensive. Like, they're more than, say, like a Trumpeter kit, but they're, I think they're worth the money. Like, these kits come in about the $80–90 range. Which, for a modern kit like this, I mean, you can see the amount of parts that we're going to go through. Like, I think it's worth it. We'll put the turret away, and we'll just have a look at our parts here again, and see our barrel here, how it's multi-piece, but it's a round barrel. It isn't split. I like how they've done that. Excellent job on there. And then how they have the fume extractor, how it looks like that fibrous material they have on there. Like, that is very highly detailed. I would never replace this. And these bags that go inside the armor, I don't know why anybody would want to leave that armor open anyways. And our gun manlets here. Everything looks very nice. Again, the gun here and the fume extractor. We'll move on to the lower turret, which people like to criticize on other kits, an area that you're never going to see, but at least it's highly detailed. In our frontal armor, you can see this piece here. It must be for the rear decking or something, and it's got the anti-slip texture all over it too. Very detailed. More pieces. And then we have our, the belly is split, like with the sides and the bottom. And I guess that this must be a full interior kit or something. It must be available as a full interior kit in another release, because you can see the lower hatch and everything, the escape hatch. And the excellent amount of detail in here. All the weld seams there. And then where our running gear goes. Looks pretty good. And our wheels now, I'm not sure if these must be, I don't know if they're Leopard wheels or not. I'm guessing these are the T-80 wheels, how they're molded on here. Which must just be a sprue out of their T-80 kit. I'm wondering if that's what they've done. They've just thrown the sprue in here. You can see the various like caps for them there. A couple different styles. We have our hatches and all the super fine little detailed pieces here. And the MG3 at the top there. Nicely detailed. Various bits for our bins, our baskets. How they've been very nicely protected here with this piece so they don't get broke. And the rear section, so you could have it all opened. If you can get an engine for it, that is. The various bits. Very heavy parts count on this one. There's even some detail inside the skirting where the footholds are. That's kind of neat. I don't think you would ever see that, because that is the inside, and it's actually detailed in there. I'll move that up there. We'll have a look again at the rear grilling here, and all our various detailed parts. And then what would be our regular Leopard running gear. So they don't have separate caps on the Leopard ones. And you can see like they have the full axles on them. And we'll move on to our tracks. Which their tracks are really nice, and I think I mentioned in the other one they look worse than they are. Once you get building these, they're all right, and they're very detailed. That's our inside here. We just have a couple small pieces. So we've got our poly caps and like the rubber skirting for the fenders there, and they're done in like a softer rubber. And our glass work, the periscopes are huge and massively huge, and it's done very well, nice and clear. The last little bit, and I think this, yeah, I'm sure this came with the other one, the little resin, the the bore, the end of the barrel is a little resin piece here. And I'm not sure about what these they're like end caps for the tracks or something. I'm not sure. But we get those in there too. And so I'll move this out of the way and get the box back here. And it looks like a pretty good kit. I mean, I like this release better than the other one with the armored blocks, like the contact blocks on it. I would rather have this version than that version, because this one is kind of like a 3-in-1 really. You could make the Moscow captured version, you could make it as the like the battlefield one, like pre-combat one, I guess, that was all intact, or you can make it an actual German one if you wanted. So the value in this kit is really there. And in what can you say about their moldings? And they're awesome. Everything looks super nice. So I could recommend this kit definitely for the price it is. I think you can't go wrong. And so yeah, so this is the Leopard 2A6 Ryefield model, 1/35 scale. It's the captured version with the T-80 wheels from the Moscow exhibit. And thank you for watching.